Hi and welcome back to the channel. I hope that we are all doing well. So as you guys saw in the title today, we're back with another vegetarian video. I'm sure you guys are like, oh my gosh, we need the meat. The meat is coming, guys. Chill, relax, breathe, hold on. Let's just get this done and we'll be back to having meat, right? So pretty much what we're going to be making today is a Buddha bowl. It was from our 7-day plant-based meal plan. If you haven't seen that video, I will link it on the screen so you can just go and catch up like everybody else and you will be good. So it's a Buddha bowl, right? But it's on a plate, obviously. It's on a plate. The reason why it's called a Buddha bowl is initially because Buddha is round, so it kind of takes from that whole thing. I put it on a plate because I just wanted you guys to see the layers of how everything is going, so you can have it in whichever way. You can put it in a plate, you can put it in a bowl, whatever makes you happy. So before we go on, please do like, comment, subscribe and share. Tell your friends, tell their friends, your friends tell their family, so that everybody ends up on the video in the very same way you're on the video. Please get the notification bell on so you get notified every single time I post. Also, please follow me on my socials. They are in the description box below. So before we go on and on and on, let's get into today's video. We're going to be using some broccolini. I got the smaller ones because sometimes if you get a big bunch it's going to go off and it's just a lot. And then I've got some corn here. Yay! I've got corn here. This really helps out a lot in terms of supplementing everything else, because if you feel like you're not full, corn always comes through for you. And then I've got a head of some red cabbage here. We're gonna be having this raw. We're not gonna actually do anything with that. And then we have got some kale. I got a packet of kale. I'm just gonna wilt this because that's the best way I think you can prepare this. The next thing I have for our protein is some chickpeas. That's what we have. And then the last thing that we have, not the last thing, I'm lying. The next thing that we have is some sweet potato. I almost forgot what this is. Sweet potato. This is the yellow one. Sweet potato, if you know, it comes in two different types of colors. You got the white one and then you got the yellow one. I prefer to get the yellow one this time. And the last thing that we have is some red onions. I have a half of it. I will look for another half if I need to use more. So that's the ingredients we're going to be using for the day. Okay, so I've got my corn in here. I'm obviously just going to boil it. I don't add in any salt or anything of that sort because it's sweet corn. It's not like if it was... Actually, with maize you don't actually add salt too. But I'm just gonna put this outside because the gas is gonna cook it much faster than the actual stove will. So this is going outside and then I will show you everything else. Okay, cool. So what I have here in a cup is I've got some oil. Just a little bit of oil that I'm gonna be using in here. So I've got my chickpeas here. I just rinsed them to remove the brine. So I'm gonna put in some herbs. This is parsley and rosemary that are mixed in together. So those are gonna go in. I'm using the fresh ones instead of the dried ones because it makes sense. And I'm going to go into some dried thyme in here as well, just for, I don't have fresh thyme, so the dried one would be my option. And I'm going into some cayenne pepper in there as well, just not too much cayenne pepper. You don't want people dying and coughing here because of you, so please be very careful in terms of putting cayenne pepper inside. I think I've put enough here. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of some cumin because Indian spices go very well with chickpeas. So I'm going to put in also just a little bit, not too much, because cumin can tend to be a really strong flavor. And I'm just going to put in some oil in here. And then that's done, really. I'm just going to toss this. And then I'm going to go in with actually salt and pepper. I forgot that. That is really staple for anything, pretty much. You can't replace spices with salt and pepper. So some salt in there. And then I'm going to go in with some pepper in here as well. And then that is pretty much that done. I'm just going to toss this again. And then this is going to go into our tray. Okay, so I've got my sweet potatoes here. I just took off the, what are these, the peels. I just peeled it so that at least it's easier to eat. So I'm gonna go in with a little bit of oil in here, and then I'm gonna go in with some garlic and rosemary that I cut up. Let me just show you guys here properly. Some garlic and rosemary that I cut up together, because at least that's gonna flavor this nicely. And then obviously, like I said, salt and pepper. Okay, so here I just have some broccolini that I pulled apart. This one is pretty simple and straightforward, nothing too extravagant with it. Just salt and pepper. It's the best way that I like to keep broccoli just in its state without losing itself in spices. Okay, so because I love to kill like 2 birds with 1 stone, so I'm just gonna do that. I put my sweet potato, I put my chickpeas, and I put my broccoli in here as well. So we're just gonna put this in the oven at 200, yes. And that was gonna go in for about 10 minutes, and this will be done. Okay, so in here I've got some oil that's been going. Then I'm gonna take my onion that I cut up earlier. Pretty nice. I like this the way it is here. I'm gonna get this off the stove, and then we will use it later on when we are plating up our meal. I just have a pot here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put in some kale. I'm not gonna put too much. It will actually, this kale reminds me of spinach. You know, you think, hey man, I have a lot, but it's not enough. But I think I'm just gonna go with that. That should be enough. So there's nothing currently at the bottom of the pot. I'm going to add in a little bit again of water, not too much. And I'm happy with how this is looking. Like I said, you don't roast it for too long. Salt and pepper. You could add garlic, you could add whatever else you want, but I'm good with salt and pepper because everything else that I'm using already has so much flavor. So that is me done with this. Okay, cool. So my stuff is out of the oven. As you can see, the sweet potato is here. My chickpeas have browned up here, and my broccoli there in the corner has also just charred a little bit there. Now everything is fine, so we can plate every single thing that we made. Okay, so cool. I'm gonna plate this up. I'm gonna use my hands. My hands are clean. So you could use your hands. You could use an apparel. You could use whatever you want. But you see, your corn would go here on the side if you want it, but I'm gonna take it out. But I'm just showing you guys that you could put it on there. That is me done with that. Let me actually just change the angle so you guys can see it from another angle. Okay, so like I said, this is what this all looks like when it's all done. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please do like, comment, share, subscribe, tell your friends, tell their friends, tell your friends, tell their family, so that every single person ends up on the video. I will see you guys in my next video. Cheers.